let's talk about Gunslinger Dirty Fighting. So this is the tech tree I've chosen. Snapshot that makes your next charge burst activate instantly. I love my instacast. You don't have to pick that, but that's what I love. And then illegal mods. I'll show you how that works in the rotation. It gives you a little extra white damage. And then hot pursuit. You can run and gun a little better, so you can be moving on the fly and still be able to shoot. So I chose that one. Though they're all very good options. Just pick what you like in there. Analyze them. Before we get started on the rotation, let's look at the gear. It's going to be locked and loaded and an improved targeting. Also, for single target, exploited weakness. So we're going to have that hemorrhaging blast and dirty blast, which are your damage over time. It's 2 of your damage over time, so it's going to be a little more effective. And then accuracy, you want at 110. If you're at 110, then you can definitely not miss. You don't want to miss, even though you will see that some of these attacks miss at 110. That's going to be just how it rolls. So what you're going to do is you're going to apply bleed, apply bleed, apply bleed, boost your bleeds, your criticals, make your bleeds burn along with some white damage, make your bleeds burn along with some white damage. Crouch, which will, quick draw, which will just be a nice extra white damage. And then your crouch will make this first dirty blast instacast, then long cast, long cast. Wounding shots will clean up some more of your bleeds, your little quick draw, which this is your optimal thing. You want your wounding shots and your wounding shots to be as often as possible. That's how it works. So you don't have to have it set it up this way. It's just the way you can think about it. And then start over. You want to reapply those bleeds and then run through it again. So Blood Sights will not always be on cooldown, but it will be for the first 2 rounds because we're going to go down to legal mods the first time. And before we get into the hard rotation, two things I want to mention is all of the defenses. There are amazing defenses. You can be a nightmare to some of these other classes. You can, instead of scrambling field, you can use like a teleport and get way out of damage and then go heal up somewhere else because you have no healing. Defensive screen, and then there is surrender, and that'll speed you up a little bit. And your crouch along with hunker down. So these two, you have to be crouched or hunker down does not work. Your pulse detonator will knock people around, which also you have to be crouched to use. The scrambling field helps all your friends, or you can choose something else on the tree. And then this will reset 4 of them. It will reset your pulse detonator, hunker down, your surrender, and your defensive screen will all reset. And then hightail it has a very quick cooldown of 20 seconds. So that's a good defenses to have, and you dodge 100% of some damage. So let's get into the rotation. First thing I'm going to do is go through and hit Blood Sights. As soon as I hit Blood Sights, I'm going to drop down to Illegal Mods, go through here. Never hit Speed Shot. I mean, if you really want to, you can, but I don't ever use Speed Shot because I feel like it seems like it does like a lot of damage, but I don't find that it's effective. It's very strange. So then immediately from there, I'm going to drop back over here and pick up a crouch. I'm going to walk forward, crouch, go through here, do another wounding shots, quick draw, and then start over and reapply my bleeds. The variation to that is because illegal mods is not down, I'm not going to rotate this over here. I'm going to stay in this, I'm going to live in this area. I'm just going to live there. Okay, so let's just get started. And I got to apply this bad boy to it. And the reason I'm using that one tactical here is going to be the snapshot is I love my instacast, as I mentioned earlier, the instacast. So we're going to start out with instacast. Bleed, bleed, burn all those bleeds down. Make sure and let it finish. Don't be afraid. Let it finish. Long cast, long cast. Let's burn all those wounding shots down. Oh. All right. And I forgot to go down to my lower area. It's the problem with when you run this kind of thing. Let's do it now. Fine. Start over. Reapply my bleeds. In this, basically, you run forever. You step forward. And everything should be ready right when you get to it. it's spaced just right so that every time you get to it, it's just right. Finish. This thing will be dead long before illegal mods is back off cooldown. That'll finish it out. Alright, so that does 23k damage, which is acceptable. If you're in doubt, what do you do next? Dirty Blast. Like, just do a Dirty Blast. If your target doesn't have bleeds on it, go ahead and put those bleeds back on. And what you're trying to do is get Hemorrhaging Blast to come off cooldown long enough so that you can just do it the wounding shots. And if it's not on cooldown and you have a wounding shots, man, you want to get that wounding shots down, followed up by the quick draw. So it's like a 3 thing: 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. And Blood Sight's on cooldown. So 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2. Oh, sorry, 1 2. Anyway, that's all I got for you. However, I just want to add one more thing. If I'm in PvP, I will change it up and actually do it like this instead, because I will swap targets here. Whereas I would do more damage to a single target, I will actually swap around to other targets and apply these just so I have a filler in there. It becomes my filler, because now I've got a 24-second bleed on a different person, a 24-second on a different person. Then I swap back to my main target and wound them down. Then continue on through my rotation and I reapply my bleeds to my original target. So one way to do that is you hit Alt F, and now so now I've target swapped. I'm on somebody else. Boom, boom. I've hit these two, and then I'll get back to my wounding targets. So it's a little bit of advanced move there, but if you're really trying to burn somebody down, hit that Alt F or whatever your key binding is for focus target. Anyway, so that is all I got for you.